What's up, y'all? My name is Sam Dracula. This is a Hornets fan channel, and we are 41 games into the season with 41 games remaining. I can't wait till the season's over. I'm not looking forward to the rest of this year. But hey, game's the game. This team has a staggering 11 wins on the year and 30 losses. And as I record this, the Hornets are sitting in third in the lottery. Same odds as Detroit and Houston, mind you. After everything we've seen as Hornets fans this season, the Hornets better not slip out of the top three or bottom three, depending on how you look at it. They better not swap with San Antonio or Orlando like any of these teams. You better nestle in, get real comfortable in this bottom three spot. Because if we're going through it, let's go through it properly. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why the Hornets have 11 wins, right? If you've been watching, you have a pretty good idea, but looking at some of the numbers, it makes it even clearer. So I'm going to get into all of that in this video. But first, please like, please subscribe, and also check out my podcast with Raymond Felton. We talk Hornets basketball every single week. It's called Believe in Hornets. The name of the podcast is called Believe in Hornets. Link in the description. There's a QR code if you want to scan that as well. Feel free. But it's a weekly podcast everywhere podcasts are found. But let's talk about the Charlotte Hornets. Oof. Oh, man. Okay. So let's talk availability first. Okay. Let's talk availability first. Two key players, because there have been players that have been healthy that just don't play, like James Bouknight. But the players who are actually part of the plans this season, Mason Plumlee and Jalen McDaniels, only two players that haven't missed a game yet, knock on wood. So salute to them. PJ Washington missed one game this year, I believe, because of the birth of his kid. I could be wrong, but he wasn't hurt. Kelly Oubre's missed 6 games, and he's going to miss some more, right? He's on the shelf for 4 to 6 weeks, I guess 3 to 5 weeks now. Yeah, that sucks. It's going to take him right up to the deadline. We'll see what happens with that. Scary Terry has missed 10 games altogether. Gordon Hayward has missed 20. Is this 20 or is that, 20? Whichever one it is. Whichever one. It's his jersey number. He's missed 20 games. Dennis Smith Jr., 22 games. The franchise, LaMelo Ball, has missed 24 games this year. That means he's played in 17. And fun fact about those 17, he's fouled out of 4 of them. Gotta fix that. That's outrageous. He fouled out of 5 games last year in a 75-game season. He's played 17 and fouled out of 4. That's crazy, man. LaMelo has to fix that. He fouled out last night shooting a 3. Only him. The last key contributor, Cody Martin, 37 games missed. He played 1 minute against San Antonio and then didn't see him again until the Grizzlies fiasco. But he's back for 3 games now. Looks good. I'm so glad Cody Martin is back in the mix. All of that being said, with all the injuries the Hornets have had to deal with, off the top of your head, do you know who has played the most minutes together? Which 5 have shared the floor the most this season? I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, here I'm going to show you. So like I mentioned at the top, Mason Plumlee hasn't missed any time. He's been on the floor a lot for the Hornets, as has Jalen McDaniels, right? We'll pop him in there because PJ Washington is the other man who's played the most for the Hornets this year, as has Kelly Oubre and Terry Rozier. Now, the positions are a bit, but these are the guys that have shared the floor the most this season. Collectively, this group, Terry, Kelly, Jalen, Pajamas, and Mason have shared the floor 143 minutes. The planned starting lineup, LaMelo, right? LaMelo, Terry, Hayward, PJ, Mason. That group, that left column, has only played 93 minutes together. Now, if you want to beef with the nuances of these specific players and speak to oh, that's the actual problem, fair play. I'm not going to argue with it. If you don't like that starting 5, you don't like that starting 5. But I'm just pointing out the planned starting 5 for this year. These guys on the left haven't even come close to matching up with the guys like Kelly Oubre and Jalen McDaniels, who have been thrust into the starting 5, thrust into major key moments when you have Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball on the shelf for as long as they've been on the shelf for. This group, the group that has played the most together out of any 5 the Hornets have rolled out this season, they're plus 13. You bring in LaMelo, you lose Oubre, right? Rozier goes to the 2, Hayward goes to the 3, Jalen goes to the bench, PJ and Mason. This group is minus 13. Also, fun fact, this group right here, DSJ, Oubre, Hayward, PJ, Mason on the season so far, right? Halfway through the year, minus 33. Through 41 games, the starters, LaMelo, Terry, Gordon, PJ, Mason, have only played 7 games together. That's how you get to 11-30, ladies and gentlemen. And it doesn't stop there. This team, the 2022-2023 Charlotte Hornets, right, lead the league in shot attempts per game and field goal attempts per game. No other team takes more shots per game than the Charlotte Hornets. Anybody think, oh, hey, you know what? That's pretty good. You know, high pace, a lot of action. You know, it's fun to watch. No, wrong. It's not. This team, 23rd in points per game, 29th in the league, second worst field goal percentage, the worst three-point percentage, dead last from the three-point line this year. It's a problem. That's how you win 11 games. They're 26th from the free throw line, 5th in rebounds. When you miss a lot of shots, a lot of opportunity for rebounds, though. On the positive side, it's not all bad, right? It's not all bad. They are taking care of the basketball, right? They're 9th in the league in turnover percentage. Like, that's very good, right? They're taking care of the basketball. That's why they hired Steve Clifford, right? They're 13th in the league in assists. Again, that's pretty good. For a team with 11 wins to be 13th in the league in assists, that's really respectable. So that salute, like, that's good. We take those. 8th in steals, 11th in blocks, 24th in fouls. Got to fix that too. Just gifting points away left and right. Another takeaway from this first half of the season is that this team needs to score quickly, right? They're shooting above 50% early in the shot clock, right? We're talking somewhere between 24 and 18 seconds. When they're in that period, they're about 50% from the field. You may be thinking, that's pretty good. More than half, right? Wrong. Still among the worst in the league at that percentage. For frame of reference, the Nuggets, I think, are the best with like 60%. When the Hornets get deep into the shot clock, the shooting percentage falls to 38%, 34% towards the tail end of the shot clock. This team is living and dying with pace, right? We saw the best of it against Milwaukee and the worst of it against Memphis twice, right? So you gotta, this team has to play fast. If not, it's an L. It's gonna be an L. Let's talk about defense, huh? Let's switch it up. Let's talk about the other side of the ball. How do the Hornets defend the half court? So it's mixed. It's mixed. In the restricted area, very good. Very good. Hornets have the 4th best restricted area defense. Like, once you get outside the restricted area, it's a problem. They're the 3rd worst team defending the lane outside the restricted area. They're the 7th worst team defending the mid-range. They're the 5th worst team defending corner threes. And they're 6th worst defending threes above the break. Got to take the wins where they come, right? That restricted area, Hornets got that on lock. Everywhere else, bit of an L. Bit of an L, to say the least. As I'm recording this, it is January 9th. The Hornets played last night against the Pacers, and they play tomorrow against the Toronto Raptors. Today's date is important because in 1 month, February 9th, is the trade deadline. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, so I'm going to do this fast. I'll probably do another video to get more in depth about it, but the deadline is so important for the Hornets. For me, in my personal opinion, because Mason Plumlee, right here, this guy, where's he at? Kelly Oubre, this guy, unrestricted free agents this summer. They have no business being on this team. Free Kelly, free Mason. They get them on good teams, please. They can help out good teams. They can be in the playoffs. They can play in the playoffs. Free them. Free the homies, all right? Get them on better teams, Mitch. Like, show some humanity. Get rid of these guys. Get them on good teams, right? Get some picks, get some expired, whatever. Just give them happy homes. You know, and by the way, Steve Clifford is doing a fine job. I have no beef at all with Steve Clifford. Real quick, I want to mention that before I get out of here. I think no coach in the league is going to improve what's going on here, because at times, man, these players don't look like they're locked in, and it's disappointing. Like that Ja Morant, 28 seconds, holding the ball in the backcourt with no one giving a shit. That's going to be the defining image of the season for me. Unless something worse happens. That's the worst thing I've seen on a basketball court in a long time from an effort point of view. That was zero effort on display. pitiful stuff. Coming off a winning season last year, the play-in debacle, like genuine collapse by this team for the second time in the play-in. An all-time terrible offseason for the Hornets between Kenny Atkinson and Miles Bridges. It's been an L. So many L's. And the L's continued into the season, and they're probably going to continue the rest of the season. And all we can do as Hornets fans is look forward to the offseason. Anyway, I'm out of here. If you haven't already, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'll be back with another live stream tomorrow and the next game. And the next game after that for the rest of the season. We'll struggle through this together. So if you want to join us in misery during my live watch parties, feel free to come through. I'd appreciate it. Say hello. But until next time, I've been Sam. You've been great. Peace.